Let's start with the ice cream scene in the middle of the movie. In the final version, the elephant won't serve Nick just because he's a fox. But in this alternate version, he refuses to sell him only a large ice cream cone. Why? Because he doesn't want to clean up after him.
It's gonna drip all over the place, and I'm gonna have to clean up the kid's mess. Pick something different, or go somewhere else.
But the wildest part comes when Nick introduces his so-called son. Literally, it's crazy. He says the kid has a disease called pachydermiopathy, which makes him believe he's an elephant instead of a fox.
Why? Pachydermiopathy. He thinks he's an elephant.
Given Disney's messaging over the past decade, this scene is totally unexpected. After that, the elephant agrees to sell them the ice cream. But Nick keeps the ruse going, pretending he forgot his wallet. He says he adopted the fox kit just 30 minutes ago. The kid is blind, and it's his birthday. Oh, and according to the doctor, the poor fox was supposed to have already died from his illness. It's insane.
Even for this sweet, helpless orphan who is blind.
As you can see, this scene is full of wild, over-the-top moments. It's definitely strange to watch, but I can totally understand why they chose to cut it. Before we move on, make sure to like and subscribe. Let's continue. Next up is a scene from an early version of the movie where Nick was meant to be the main character. In this version, predators had to wear tame collars once they reached a certain age. The whole story centers around Nick's dream of building a park where predators could remove their collars and roam freely. In the deleted scene called Wild Times, Nick is trying to find investors to fund the park.
Okay, now this is a fun zone amusement park exclusively for Zootopia's largest untapped market, Preds.
At first, he approaches banks run by prey animals, but they keep rejecting him, often in some pretty hilarious ways.
I am desperate. Look, I get it. No one wants to throw money down a rat hole. By that, I meant no disrespect.
Only when he turns to predators does he finally get the funding he needs.
The only thing that I don't have is the loan to make it happen. Will you help me make it happen?
Honestly, this park was such a brilliant and incredible concept. There's a video where the creators dive deep into what was meant to be included, and it's mind-blowing. The park would have had tons of attractions made specifically for predators, places where they could bite, scratch, and use their claws. Essentially, a secret amusement park just for them. The entrance would have been hidden in a veterinary clinic, with Nick getting an online vet diploma to secretly send predators through a hidden door. Eventually, the authorities would discover the park and capture Nick. This scene was incredibly emotional. I absolutely love everything about this park, and it's such a shame it got cut. It could have been a fascinating movie. The whole concept was so unique and packed with potential. But in the end, the creators decided to make Judy the main character because they felt Zootopia's world would be better explored from her perspective rather than Nick's. Along with that, the idea of tame collars didn't make it into the final version either, which is a huge change from the original vision. So, what do you think? Would you have preferred this version of the movie? By the way, we're not done with the tame collars just yet. There's more to come later, but for now, let's look at something else. For instance, there's a deleted scene where Judy was supposed to bring Nick to her home after their encounter with Mr. Manches. Nick was supposed to get injured, and Judy was going to treat it. But when they arrived, her parents were already there and mistook Nick for her boyfriend, something they definitely didn't approve of. How wild is that?
More than a fox, Dad.
Sweet cheese and crackers, he's your boyfriend.
You know what? This has been great. I was actually just...
Nick somehow manages to calm them down, and before long, they start warming up to him. In the end, he even cracks a joke, suggesting they should go ahead and make another baby. Talk about a bold move.
Here you go. Go on home. Make another baby.
This scene is actually pretty hilarious, and it would have been so fun to see it in the final cut. But the creators ultimately decided to cut it. Why? Well, in this version, Judy's dad had way too much influence over her, and that's not the dynamic they wanted for her character. There's also an alternate version of another scene with Judy's parents, the one right after her disastrous first day on the job, this version was actually much longer than what made it to the final cut. It starts with Judy on the subway, getting squished by other animals' butts, definitely not the best way to end her day. When she gets home, her mom calls her, but the conversation takes a completely different turn. For one, her mom is with another child, and on top of that, we even get an appearance from Judy's grandfather. This scene really delves deeper into her family dynamic.
No one got eaten, Pop-Pop.
Well, foxes are red because they were made by the devil.
Then we get a pretty emotional moment between Judy and her mom.
Not that I didn't think you'd make it, it's just you're doing something I never thought a bunny could do.
And finally, we see Judy lying in bed surrounded by plush rabbits. It's a cute little detail. What do you think of this scene? Let's pause for a moment and revisit some of the most emotional scenes tied to the tame collars. The first one is truly powerful. It shows a young bear undergoing the tame collar ceremony, marking a pivotal moment in his life. The emotional weight of this scene is impossible to ignore, and it adds so much depth to the story.
With this collar, Zootopia accepts you.
With this collar, Zootopia accepts me.
The child is thrilled because the collar signifies his journey into adulthood. However, his father and Nick are deeply saddened, understanding that this collar will limit him for the rest of his life, forever controlling his emotions and actions.
Papa is just happy for you.
Things take a darker turn when the cub starts getting too happy, triggering the collar. It immediately activates, shocking him in response to his strong emotions. This intense reaction highlights the terrifying control these collars have over predators.
Morris!
Right after that, we see Nick's collar turn yellow, showing that he too is experiencing intense emotions.
Go.
This scene is brutal. It gives me chills. Honestly, it's a shame we never saw it in the final movie. The next scene ties into this theme even more. Nick visits a doctor who's meant to remove his tame collar, but the process is downright insane. The doctor suits up in a hazmat suit, locks Nick inside a cage for safety, and only then does he remove the collar. It's a chilling moment that shows just how terrified the prey animals are of predators in this version of Zootopia. The fear and control are almost palpable. After that, Nick is absolutely over the moon. He finally feels free. Nick sits there, lost in thought, dreaming about his park for predators, a place where they could finally be free from the tame collars. It's such a powerful, emotional moment that really pulls you in, and once again, it's a real shame they decided to cut it. Along with the entire tame collar concept, there was also supposed to be a scene where Nick goes on a rampage, destroying the town made for small animals. In the final version, Judy ends up there instead. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Right after this scene, or somewhere around this point in the story, there was meant to be a segment featuring Zenon. In this version, you can actually see Judy's butt as she's in the scene. But the real bombshell comes at the end of this sequence, where we get a glimpse of the original villain, Mayor Swinton. She was supposed to be the film's main antagonist in this version. And just when you think it's over, Judy threatens Nick, telling him that she will find him and lock him up. And as if that wasn't enough, there was also a hilarious scene that would have taken place in the middle of the movie, where Judy is sitting at an elephant's computer, struggling to type on the keyboard. It's funny, lighthearted, and a nice break in the tension, but they cut it because it took up too much time. Wouldn't it have been fun to see all of that? Next, let's talk about what was originally meant to be the movie's opening scene. In this version, Judy has an argument with her teacher, who tells her she'll never be more than just a bunny. It's a moment that sets the stage for her determination to prove everyone wrong.
What if I want to be an astronaut or a paramedic?
Or Judy, look, certain mammals are just better at some things than others.
Then, an accident occurs. One of the students gets stuck in a tree, unable to figure out how to get down. While Judy's teacher hides in her shell, Judy steps up and takes charge, rescuing the kid and proving that she can do anything, no matter what anyone thinks of her. After that, a cop approaches Judy and tells her she's a real hero. Honestly, this moment feels a bit forced to me. Instead, the final version swapped it out for a scene with Gideon, where Judy ends up being the victim. This change was made to explain why Judy has a fear of foxes, which adds more depth to her character. While digging through the archives, I stumbled upon a ton of smaller deleted scenes, some of which are pretty wild. Let me list a few for you. There was an alternate version introducing Nick, where Judy salutes in her uniform. Then there's the scene where the heroes are running from villains who are shooting at them. Oh, and there's another scene where Judy talks to Nick, adding more to their dynamic. It's crazy how much didn't make it into the final cut, right?
Care to look again?
There's also a scene with Judy and Gideon, but it's more of a joke. It's fun, but not really essential to the story. And trust me, there are plenty more small deleted scenes like that, short but interesting. There were also a few moments featuring Clove. In one, Nick is seen handling some business with him, and in another, Kossoff threatens Nick. It looks like Kossoff was originally meant to play a much bigger role in this version, especially since he was supposed to be the one funding the Wild Times Park. It's crazy how much changed, right? So, yeah, it's crazy to think about how different the movie could have been. What do you think? Would you have preferred the original version? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more behind-the-scenes content like this. See you next time!